So the National Youth Development Agency has an amazing initiative, a lot of training programs that they have, and I applied for funding initially. And as a prerequisite to you receiving funding from the NYDA, you have to attend some sort of training, okay? So if you don't have any business management degree or course that you've attended, then you have to attend this training, okay, to show that at least you have the required skills and a bit of knowledge and background into what goes into running a business. So that's basically what the criteria is. You don't have to have anything special. If you haven't gone to tertiary or attended a short course on business that you can actually prove with a certificate, then they enroll you for free to attend a business management training, which runs for 5 days consecutively at the NYDA offices in your area. So because I'm based in Johannesburg, I had to attend it in Marshalltown, which is in Joburg, and it was quite easy to get there, to navigate there. It started at 9 o'clock in the morning, and what I liked about it was that they provided lunch as well. Okay, so we had an amazing facilitator. I forgot her name. Okay, I'll just remember her name, but she was so amazing and she was very knowledgeable. Because you go into a training sometimes and you're just like, I don't know what to expect. I can just Google this, but let me tell you, in a class setting, things make sense because you meet a lot of people and they also ask the questions that you didn't even think of asking. Okay, so we were about 24, as you can see from the thumbnail. That's my class. Absolutely love these guys. I'm rooting for all of them. We're about 24 in the class, and yeah, so first day, of course, we got right into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna break it down for you according to the course material that they gave. So we had a course on cooperative governance, which basically talks about your entrepreneurship development, which is a program where you understand what cooperatives are, you understand basically the background of running an organization, the background of running a company, what goes into it in terms of the legal requirements, the guidelines. So this was very knowledgeable in terms of compliance, okay, in terms of compliance and in terms of how to set up an organization if you're not a sole proprietor. So if you're not running the business by yourself, so when you are scaling and when you are growing and getting more people into your company, this book is what speaks to that. Okay, so this was for the more established entrepreneur, the established business person who is at the NYDA, maybe to get funding to expand or to get funding to grow. So this book will came very handy for someone like that who has a staff and a team and basically who has employed people, okay, or who's looking to branch into different locations and areas. So this book basically spoke to that. And this course was a 2-day course out of the 5, okay? So another one that we did, which was very impactful, was this one. So there's a course called SIYB, which is a Start Your Business course, and it's a training manual. Okay, what I love the most about it is because it had a business plan, you know, a step-by-step business plan, basically how to teach us how to literally do a business plan. You know, so from your business idea to market research to planning, marketing plan, about your price, your product, the place, the promotion, the people, processes, the physical evidence. So the 7 P's of marketing, okay, sales estimation, your organizational structure, your staff requirements and costs, the legal form of the business, so the legal responsibilities that you need to fulfill as an organization. Then talks about pricing, how to correctly price your business, your products, how to cost from a perspective of a manufacturer, also from where you are a retailer or a wholesaler, how to do that, how to calculate depreciation, your monthly purchase form, sales plan, your costing plan, profit plan, cash flow plan, and then the required startup capital. This is if you are starting in the inception phase of your business, and your sources of your startup capital. If maybe you are not funded by the NYDA, what other ways you can find sourcing, what other ways you can source capital. And also if you are going to be acquiring a loan, basically, that's how it looks. If you are going to be acquiring a loan, how to repay the loan. So this was in depth. This book we went through also took 2 days, and it was very knowledgeable, because in the front of the book, section 1, this is where you get all the theory, right? And then section 2 is when you do it yourself. So I liked that they give you the opportunity to practice it, and we also got a lot of homework where we had to go back and think about how we're going to work around all these aspects that I named. So this was very insightful, very impactful. Okay, and then lastly, one day. So I remember I said it's a 5-day course. The 2 days went into corporate governance. Okay, the 2 days went into starting or investing in your business idea, how to start your business, and then the last one was a life skills training. Okay, so life skills training speaks basically to your personal life and your readiness as an individual to run your business. Okay, so this basically spoke to who I am. It speaks about building your brand, managing your time, how to become resilient, creative problem solutions, how to solve issues or go through challenges in your business, how to build relationships, effective communication, dealing with conflict, understanding the world of work. And then my favorite, of course, was you coming up with a personal development plan. All right, because ultimately at the end of the day, you need to identify why you're doing what you're doing, and if you have the personal capacity to see it through, okay, to sustain yourself as an individual in terms of running your business. Okay, so once the training had been completed, you get a certificate. Yay, that's my certificate. If you could look at the thumbnail, you can see that we're posing with our certificates on the final day. All right, so you need the certificate in order for you to apply for funding, basically. So you upload the certificate to show that, look, I am equipped as a person and I'm ready to move on and acquire the necessary funds according to the thresholds that I have identified. Okay, speaking of thresholds, remember that NYDA gives you a portion of money based on your needs. Okay, and NYDA does not give money in monetary value. They give you the technical resources, which speaks to NYDA buying you what you need to set you up. Okay, it is not a continuous process. Once you get funding, and then you have to go out there and look for quotations of whatever you need, if it's material, if it's ingredients, if it's machinery. That's what they do. They buy you those things. So they don't give you actual physical hard cash. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to put out there. So yes, like I was saying, that once you've completed the training, you have to upload it online on their portal. This is where you apply. I'll put the link in the description box below. That's where you apply, and then just for them to verify that you have attended this particular training in order for them to move forward with vetting your application. Okay. So, right, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a breakdown of, like I said, I wanted to give a breakdown of how and what really happened. Okay, so first day, Monday, because I already covered the course and all the modules that we did. So what really happened in the class, what kind of a class setting it is. Okay, so like I said, we were 24 people. Some had already had existing businesses, some hadn't started, and some had been in business but they stopped. So a lot of people in different levels, different positions in their entrepreneurial journey. But I like the fact that we all could come into a room and learn from each other. Okay, so the industry doesn't even matter. What happened was that I met people from all over, people in IT, photography. There was a lady in poultry, people in catering, cleaning services. So it doesn't really discriminate. Okay, so if you've applied and you are around and you're available and they've called you for this particular training, you just attend. So there's no division in terms of who you attend with. Okay, so you don't really select who you attend with, you just go in there and attend. Okay, so yes, so it's a typical lecture hall. I'll just post the video so you can see typical lecture hall, school vibes. You have a facilitator who's basically going through the content with you, and you ask a lot of questions, and then they provide lunch, and then you come back, you have a lot of activities, a lot of question and answer sessions, a lot of group work. So it's not very streamlined, monotonous. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not like we just go there and read a textbook, no. And I like that after every topic you sit down and you have to reflect on where you are in your business and to tighten up on those processes in order for you to sustain yourself, in order for you to reach a point where you actually know what you're doing, a lot of things that you are not aware of in terms of how to price correctly, in terms of when to get more people on board in your company according to your needs were addressed. So it was very, very, very impactful. I even at the end was like, this is more value than the actual money instead, because no one had taken the time to break it down for me the way the NYDA had their staff do it, You could sit there and say, yeah, but I can do this research by myself, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, when it all comes together and someone's presenting it to you in a simplified way, in a non-judgmental way, to say that, but guys, you should know these things, because we expect people to know a lot of things, but some people genuinely don't know. Like, people just genuinely don't know. And I like how they have just come out there. NYDA has just formulated something so amazing in order to equip us beyond the money. Because if someone gives you the money, the resources, if you don't know what to do with it, you will be in the same place. Like, you won't move on, you won't move forward, you won't expand yourself. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you guys watching this video to say that, guys, the NYDA does a lot more than just give you money, okay? The NYDA has vouchers that you can apply for. For instance, if you need a website, or if you need business cards, or if you need merchandise or uniform or whatever, the NYDA can give you a voucher with one of their service providers and you get what you need. NYDA is not just only to give you 50,000 Rand or more according to the threshold that you've selected. The NYDA also has mentoring services that you can apply for online. The trainings as well. There are more trainings, I know. I'll just link their website now in the description box below so that you can just see that what you can apply for, that resources are out there. And because this is the platform, I've just taken it upon myself to put it out there for all of us, because we need to know that the government is actually concerned. The government is actually interested in young people. And that week of training proved that to me, that the NYDA was not here to play. It's not here to play. So apart from all of that mouthful, that free promo for the NYDA, I just wanted to say that please, please, please make it a point that you look for an NYDA office in your area and you attend one of their trainings. because this is information that no one is going to give you. You need to go out there and equip yourself and ready yourself and prepare yourself for what's to come. I mean, if you fail to prepare, if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we need to win, guys. We need to go out there and actually chase our dreams. And as much as I'm looking for funding from the NYDA, which I will do a separate video on, I feel like they've given me more than I ever expected. Because even if they gave me that money, if I hadn't attended the training, I probably would have misused it. I probably would have sat there for 6 months with equipment without doing anything, you know. So now that at least I have a foundation, and then they're going to build onto the foundation with whatever they are going to award me with, then it sets me up for success. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, don't hesitate to hit that subscription bell below, and as well as the notifications bell. It's free, okay? Like the NYDA training, it's free. Thank you so much for watching.